So yeah, I have a problem with being physically violent towards people around me. But it's the biggest problem when it comes to girls because it's really unaccepted. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm not one of those people that just believes women should never be hit. I certainly believe that there are plenty of situations where it is totally acceptable and justifiable, but that's never been the case with me. I've never justifiably put my hands on a female, unless it was probably my sister or something. Fuck my sister off. I'll fuck my sister up right now. I don't give a shit. Fuck you, Kelly. uh, it's not okay though, because it's getting to the point where I'm getting really irrational, and like just because of what I'm going through in my head, I'm getting really irrational with things. Like what happened was I caught Lynn. Well, I think I caught Lynn cheating on me with Owen. I have no way to factually prove it, but I came across an email she sent. She told me to do something on the computer, and when I came in here, I went to check my email for a second, and it was logged into hers because I guess she came in for a second. She was taking a shower real quick at my place, and she was looking at an email, or she was looking at her email, and she went to take a shower. She told me to come look at something. I went in and I looked at my email for a second, but since we both use Gmail, it was logged into hers. And first thing I see at the top of her inbox is an email titled "Pictures" with a smiley face, sent to Owen, or it was like a reply or something, and I don't really know what to do with that. Owen hasn't talked to me since he got back from LA in like September, I think, October. He got back from LA, and really ever since he left to LA, he stopped talking to me completely. So, and then when I ran across that happening with him and Lynn, I went downstairs and I confronted her about it because she was downstairs by that point. I kind of let it go because I needed to I needed to sit for a second, and then I went downstairs and she was sitting in the garage, on her laptop down there, at this workstation I had just talked about. I had just set it up, and she was sitting there. This was like 2 weeks ago. She was sitting there on the computer, and I said, what was that email? What were the pictures? She said something like her cat, and she didn't even look at me when she said it. There's no way she couldn't tell the fragility in my voice. And I was just standing there between the kitchen and the garage, and I'm just standing there. I'm looking at her. I'm like, what were those pictures? She just, like I said, she just said it was like her cat. And then I walked up to her, and I said, tell me the truth. And I don't remember what she said. I just remember it really pissed me off. And yeah, that's when I really put my hands on her for what I hope is the last time. I mean, I definitely left marks. I thought that she was hurt a lot more than she was, and cops got involved. I tried to go back to Asante, but they won't take you if you feel like you're a threat to others. So, but while they did let me spend the night in the crisis center there, and Lynn took herself home. But while I was there, I talked to a couple officers. Oh, and I posted about it on one of the forums that I go to. I'm a part of a lot of forums, but it was on the Hip Hop Shelter, which is, of all the forums that I'm a part of, it was the forum where I feel I can. It's the least out of the ordinary to post something really personal, and yeah, I mean, because like if you post something real personal on like the XB forum, on like a car forum, or like a Japanese stance forum or something, people are gonna be like, "What the fuck is this?" Like, who's this? So I mean, it's a lot more acceptable when it's on like a hip hop forum where you're constantly sharing your feelings and your opinions on things and so on. But I posted in the backstage, which is like the it's like the shit post section. So I just posted and I said, yo, I just beat the shit out of my girlfriend. And I just needed a place to talk about it while I collected myself for the night. And there's like a group of like 3 or 4 kids on there that they got together and they like decided it was right to call the cops. That was a bitch move, bro. I know one of you is my subscribers. That's a bitch move. You know who I'm talking to. That was a bitch move, bro. I don't say it was wrong of you. I don't think it was wrong of you to call the police. I feel like that, given the circumstances, I feel like that was justified. I don't disagree with that. What I disagree with is your motive. You were on some bullshit. That was on some bullshit, bro. That was on some bullshit. And yeah, so then like the police came over like the next day, which was Halloween. Yeah, so that was October 30th. So October 31st was the next day. And they decided to call the police then to... They wanted me arrested so bad. They wanted me arrested so bad. The cop came in. There were 3 of them. 2 of them went around to just inspect my whole place, and then one of them stayed there and talked to me. And I had one of my bongs sitting on my kitchen or my coffee table the whole time. And even though it's legal here now, I've just grown so used to, you know, that shit is supposed to be up when cops come over. Like that shit is supposed to be like outside or something. Like it's not supposed to be there. And it was just sitting there on the table. And he actually said that I should put it to more use, or I should put it to use. And I was like, wow, that's a story. But yeah, no, he took my story and while the other 2 inspected my place to make sure I was alone, like I didn't have like the corpse of my girlfriend somewhere hidden, stashed in my house. But Lynn and I are still on and off. Like we're still somewhat sexually active. We have sex like, I don't know, once a month or so, but it's not like it was. You know what I'm saying? It's there's definite distance now, and but we still hang out, you know, a couple times a week. But oh yeah, right after I decided we couldn't live together, you know, since I brought her up here, I had to clean up the mess as well. So I got her a place down in Talent, and it's all right because it's right by the dispensary I go to, so I can stop by whenever I need to get more weed or whatever, and it's nice. It's a nice place to visit, and she's part of like a little duplex thing. She lives across the wall from an older guy named Mike, and I feel safe with her there. So, especially since it's Talent. I mean, nothing ever goes bad in Talent. So, she's living there, and I've paid her rent for the last 2 months, but she just got her job. She's actually working as a preschool teacher now, which is really good for her. I'm really excited for her. She's always telling me about the new stuff that's happening with her and the new kids and stuff. She's working with like an autistic kid, and she's working with like this black kid who's like an asshole. He realized early on that like when people tell him to do stuff, he doesn't have to do it. He can just be like, well, no, nah, no, I'm not doing that. And it's so funny because he's like a little black kid, and she's like afraid of him getting big and powerful. So she's just trying to like keep it under control for now. I mean, but none of these kids are over 5 years old. So, but yeah, she's working as a preschool teacher now, and she really likes it because she's always wanted to work with kids. And the main lady that runs it is some Russian lady, so it was really helpful that Lynn's bilingual. And she gets good hours. What I'm trying to get at here is that hopefully I won't have to fucking pay her rent this month, because I had to pay to move her in, I had to pay her deposit, her security deposit, I had to pay her pet deposit, I had to pay the first month's rent and last month's rent. So I'm hoping this month I won't have to pay her rent. But the deal is, since I'm the one who moved her in there, you know, I have to. I can't not. I have to, because she doesn't have anywhere to go. You know what I'm saying? She's on the other side of the country from her family. So I have to give her money for whatever she can't make up. Whatever she comes short on, I have to fill it in. But like I said, hopefully that won't happen this time around, because she has her food stamps now. She qualified for her food stamps, and she has like health insurance through her job. She has good money through her job and good hours. So, hoping that. But fucking, like I said earlier, I had to like pay taxes and shit, so that sucks. And yeah, so money is really weird right now with me. Like I'm taking all these really unexpected hits. So yeah, that's about it. I think we're pretty much up to date now. Yeah, that's where we're at. Cool. All right, so we're up to date, but I still have 5 minutes to kill, so fuck it. We'll chill for a second. Did you guys see Dizaster versus Gjonaj? Oh my god. I went through Dizaster's Instagram and I put all of the because he spends like half of his time on Instagram just mocking people, especially people who he's about to battle. Aside from who's like the leader of URL, I believe, or something. He's the leader of some bunk ass battle scene. And Diz like spit in his face like 2 years ago, and ever since then, Diz has just been mocking him on Instagram for 2 fucking solid years. But he also mocks a bunch of other people, but it's mainly So whenever or whatever. So I finally, whenever he makes another video mocking them, I bookmark it. But I finally got around to splitting them all up and making like a thread on the forum on Hip Hop Shelter of just everybody who he's mocking. And the one for Gjonaj is amazing. It's hilarious. He's like, when I choose the spine, I lose my mind, and my rules are fine when I choose the line. I'm Gjonaj. Yeah, that's that good shit. You guys got to see him mocking Gjonaj. If you haven't seen Dizaster versus Gjonaj, I don't know if it's up officially yet. I'll put the unofficial link in the description. It was just some guy recording it with his phone. That shit was fucking hilarious. He fucking murdered Gjonaj. Gjonaj is just like a half version of Dizaster. He's just Dizaster with like one style, but he's like half his size and like half his cadence and shit. Dizaster just wiped the fucking floor with him. It was sad. It was sad. Eventually by Gjonaj's second round, you're just like, this is fucking sad, man. But Dizaster takes it so much further than just battle rap, because he's like, while everybody else uses battle rap as like as a thing to boost their career into something further, he just stays there for the last like 16 years. Battling is so much more to him than just the 3 rounds that you're preparing. He's like, while you're preparing your 3 rounds, he's doing that, but while he's doing that, he's mocking you on Instagram, he's fucking with you on YouTube, he's taking apart your like personality on Twitter. He's just like, he's hitting you from all directions to get you in a certain mindset, so that when you actually get there to that battle, he can use that in itself as a tool against you. And what he did versus Gjonaj was perfect. Was just like, he's like, I love it when he mocks Gjonaj though. He's like, your rules are fine when I choose the line. I lose my spine when the fools align. When I choose the spine, when I choose the line, my rules are fine. My rules are fine when I choose the line. I'm going at some point in the battle, because he spells his name all weird. It's like Gjonija. Some weird shit. In the battle, he's like, your name is Diz said, your name is I'll see you guys later, man. You guys take care.